Alright, what's up everybody? You already know how hyped I am to do this. This is one of my favorite characters in fiction. He is a true super gremlin. So underappreciated for all the BS he's pulled off over the years and the sake of sliding for his homies. This is R2-D2, one of the greatest characters ever. And if you love content like this, the Goon series and my channel in general, please, to help me out, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, do that as well. That would be amazing. And if you want to see your favorite character or topics covered on either this or my second channel, The Coffee Shop, hit me up on Discord and you could actually purchase it to make sure it gets seen before the other ones. As well as my second channel, I upload pretty consistently. And today, a power scale on Elaine from Vertigo Comics, basically God, will be going up. So definitely check that out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's begin. So, real quick, who's R2? R2 is an astromech droid from the Star Wars universe. Adorable looking droid that will turn you into a fucking t-shirt without hesitation, dog. This character is so hood, you guys don't understand. So let's get right into it. So first time, he knocks, first moment we're going to talk about, he knocks Boba the fuck out. So Boba Fett pulls up on Luke Skywalker. If you don't know who Boba Fett is, Boba is one of the most accomplished bounty hunters in the galaxy, especially in the EU, as well as he's just overall one of the most dangerous characters you could run into. Gets the drop on Luke. Luke's trying to fight him off, but isn't having much success. That's when we see R2 pull up and be like, yo, I know this bitch didn't just run up in the cribbo and try to dead one of my homies. Proceeds to knock a box on the back of Boba's head and neck and knocks him out, and they run off on the plug. Bro, he just casually knocks out Boba for the disrespect of pulling up to the crib. Like, I'm telling you, there's not many other characters you can put above R2 in terms of wingmen you want to have. Next, we have the poor stormtroopers running into big R2 and beefing. Of course, if you don't know, stormtroopers, everyone hates them. They're the fodder of the verse, especially and obviously in the Empire era. And they made the mistake of fucking with R2 and gang, right? So R2 pulls up on their ship. If you don't know, astromech droids, particularly R2, who's been altered by characters like Anakin, one of the best techs we've seen, as well as he keeps all his memories throughout the many conflicts he's been in. He's amazing at hacking and turning environments to his advantage. Hacks the ship. Kills a shit ton of stormtroopers. I'm talking about dozens of them. I mean, we see him hack the internal defenses, burn people alive, send troopers into dead space. He's rolling casually by dozens of his victims. I mean, he's a cold-blooded savage. It's almost impossible for me to believe you don't like R2. He's amazing, and hit the like button. Let's try to get it up to like 500 likes for part 2. I definitely have enough moments for R2 for a part 2. By the way, real quick, let me know what you think of this in the comment section and the live chat, because I'll be there for the premiere. What do you think of for characters that just don't have as much material but are clearly goons? What if I do like a ratio of their goon moments to non-goon moments and then decide if that merits the Hall of Fame? Because some characters have enough to get multiple videos and just auto bid their way into the Hall of Fame, whereas other characters don't have as much material. So let me know if I should do that, like try to make a weighted scale. But anyways, getting back to this, let's move on to the next moment. This is two back-to-back moments. They're quotes coming from the Shadow of Mindor books, and they reference how goated R2 is as your homie. So Luke was being questioned by a lieutenant on the viability of R2-D2 as backup, right? And he goes, yo, real shit, I've served with this droid forever. He's not normal. Like, he turns the fuck up. And to be honest, I trust him more than pretty much anyone I've ever met in my life. So think about all the people Luke served with, slid with, battled with. He's still rolling with R2 because R2 is turning up for the squad regardless, which leads us into the next Shadow of Mindor clip. So this clip is actually a moment in which Luke is in terrible danger in Shadows of Endor, as is R2. In fact, if R2 doesn't get out of there, he's most likely to die. However, it literally says, if R2 even has a infinitesimal idea, infinitesimal equation that says he can save his homie if he slides, he's sliding. And he had that little fraction, and he immediately powered up to go after and save his boy Luke from the terrible danger he was in. Next, we have the moment where, unfortunately, a dark side entity picked the wrong droid to beef with, bitch. So, R2 and gang are pulling up on a dark side monstrosity that's made by I believe it was Dark Empire, Sidious. Massively stronger than any Sidious you've seen before. And these deformities in the Force, these catastrophic beings he makes, like, literally send ripples through the Force. I mean, they're horrifying. One was hanging on a cliff. It was the protector of that area. And R2 pulls up on it. Everyone in the group, like Luke Han, C-3PO, they're like, R2, get back. Like, you'll die. That shit's like something that could, like, fight our top tiers. They're like, yo, you'll fucking get literally eaten by it. Tell me why R2 looks down and is like, see you later, pussy. And just shocks the fuck out of it, knocks it off the cliff, and finishes it off for the gang. I mean, bro, how badass is R2? Literally slides on anyone. He's the best. Next, we have an encounter with R2 in which R2 got Yoda to get out of fucking character. This was crazy. So, R2 pulls, he's like talking to Yoda. This, of course, is old man Yoda that's consulting Luke. And during their exchange, R2 presses up on Yoda. Yoda doesn't like that shit. Yoda, the kind, loving master, the peaceful Jedi master, starts swinging on R2, and R2 absolutely tanks and was like, what's up, bitch? You ain't really doing nothing. You're not really moving me. That's crazy. Literally got Yoda to swing on him on something petty, while also tanking the strikes from the cane, which was very impressive. Next moment has to do with a famous moment from Revenge of the Sith. So, R2, if you don't know, constantly has to make plays to save his team and save his homies. At this point in Revenge of the Sith, he's trying to help out Anakin and Obi-Wan in an elevator scene. And he's messing with controls and devices on panel, right? Well, battle droids pull up on him and start grappling with him. He's like, hold up, stupid bitch. Don't press up on me. Sprays them down with oil. Shoots up into the air and lights them on fire. Literally burns his ops alive for daring to put paws on him. How savage is he? Remember, he's just a little droid. He's not supposed to be doing all this shit, but he does because he's a gangster. Shout out to R2. Next is a moment in which R2 proves to be literally a way higher tier threat than you thought. So, during a battle on a ship, they radio into Luke, who's trying to infiltrate the power room, which he successfully does. And he's like, yo, I got to the power room. Y'all got to try to man the ship. And they're like, okay, we'll try to take controls. Han's like, I don't think we could take controls right now, Leia. Like, this shit's fried. It's fucked here. And she's like, well, then who the hell is flying the ship and controlling everything? Pans over to R2, plugging into the system and blasting away with massive ion cannons at his ops. That's right. The kill count for R2 is absurd throughout his lifetime, I believe. Throughout, if you take every source, I want to say he has over 1,000 kills. Like 100,000 kills. He literally, he did that shit. Like, R2's a menace. But yeah, this moment was crazy and deserved to be on the list. Next was one of the most epic 1v1s we've ever seen in Star Wars history, and one of the most humbling experiences for any character. I am referencing the fight between R2 and R3, which should arguably be the real Duel of the Fates. So R3 was supposed to be like some superior model, aka Goldie, and Ahsoka and Anakin needed R2's help. He was clutching the W. At one point, Ahsoka's like, yo, how do you think he'll even do it? Anakin's like, of course, he's R2. What the fuck? Like, don't question greatness. And he runs into R3. R3 starts scrapping with him, makes the mistake of pulling a blade on him. R2's like, oh, for real, bitch? Pulls his own blade and proceeds to start scrapping with Goldie, eventually putting him on a t-shirt, cutting a cord that sends him flying into space and gets himself decapitated instantly. Brutal kill from R2, but definitely had to humble that stupid bitch for stepping up to the GOAT. Next, we have the final moment. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do so right now. I would appreciate it greatly. We have the time he beefed with the bounty hunters and nearly put multiple of them on t-shirts just trolling them. So this included a team that included Aura Singh, renowned Jedi killer, Kid Boba Fett, who just as a teen could fight Revenge of the Sith Kenobi, which is crazy, Bosk, and a couple others. I think one more was in the troop that's about to be talked about. They were pulling up on Mace and Anakin, who were stuck under massive heaps of shrapnel and collapse, like buildings and stuff and structures. And Anakin's like, yo, Mace, relax. I called R2. He'll clutch the W. Sure enough, R2, when he spots he's going to get help, he spots these bounty hunters. They never once see him. He starts dropping shit on them. He starts like grabbing shrapnel, dropping it down when they're trying to crawl up. He steals a belt full of grenades off a trooper, drops it down on them. Eventually they're like, you know what, fuck this. We'll die if we keep trying to do this. And they dip. They're forced to have to flee from the chaos that R2 was causing. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to see a part 2 to this, where we round out the Goon moments for R2, smash the like button. Let's get it over 500. Thank you so much for watching. More content dropping today, both here and on the other channel. Today, Black Panther vs. Deadpool, the beef will also drop. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.